Welcome to part 1 of this empowering series, The 9 Career Influencers, Turning Uncertainty into Opportunity. Feeling uncertain about your career path? Discover the 9 key factors that shape success in this series with executive leadership coach Ingrid Kuehtz, an accomplished leader with experience from molecular biology to global entrepreneurship. Ingrid will help you gain clarity and turn uncertainty into action. Let's begin.
Don't miss your next career opportunity. Hi, I'm Ingrid. I'm the owner of Penrose AP, and I'm an educated coach who has developed a very specific approach to support people who want to make a next step in their career. Is it that they want to grow in their current environment, or do they want to leave the current environment and find a new one? This is a 3-part series success guide to actually get there. Let me share a presentation with you so that you can follow more easily what this approach is looking like. Just opening it. Okay. So, what is part 1? The 9 crucial career influences that shape career success. I would like to introduce to you the result of lots of research which was done and which I followed and contributed to about the crucial career influences and their importance to consider them in your career aspiration. It starts with the chapter about growth and development. What about recognition? This is a topic everybody of us needs in our whole life, but especially as well in the work. How are your skills and contributions perceived, utilized, and recognized in your current work environment? Can you provide an example? What about opportunities? Are there any new challenges or opportunities for advancement that would allow you to fully realize your potential? And autonomy. That's important. We want to be ourselves. We want to be doing what is needed at the moment. And we want to decide about these things by ourselves. Sure, we are consulting others, but the decision making. Nevertheless, processes or structures can sometimes limit decision making or influence and reduce the autonomy. What is your situation in this regard? So you might realize that all these topics are ending with a question. And that is very important because these questions will help to understand you, that you understand yourself in these topics. You will answer them. You have a knowledge about your experience. You can share your experience. And at Penrose, with our skills and possibilities, we're going to analyze them for you and give you respective feedback. Meaning and purpose. Well, communication. I mean, who hasn't spoken about how bad communication is? It can never be done right. It's so important that the communication about the goals or the reasons for the strategy and culture is done in a way that we get it. It can significantly influence our personal perception, especially concerning one's own career goals. If you are not clear, if you have not had the chance to fully get what the strategy is about, what the goals are leading to, how can you contribute? How can you make your own decisions? How can you define your way to contribute to these goals and strategy? Or how can you come to a conclusion that this is not a fit for you any longer? Stress and workload. How high is your workload? Are you frequently exposed to increased pressure and uncertainty? What changes would you like to see in terms of stability, goals, and agreements? And last but not least, mission alignment. We all want to see a purpose. We want to work for a purpose. It has to be a meaningful place and a meaningful situation in which we are. So, in your view, does the current direction or your environment align with the core values of the company still? Has this changed when you first started there? Or is it still a good one which you decided actively for? How does it finally match your own personal values? Leadership and culture. Well, everybody is looking at leaders when it comes to a career. We want to have the support from them, and we want to make a clear call with our leaders to support us in that regard. However, it's not only about them, it's about ourselves as well. Don't forget that ever. Nevertheless, missing sensitivity in leadership, behavior, or lack of support in our career development can lead to feelings of being undervalued and unsupported. We ask ourselves, why doesn't he help us? Doesn't he like me? Doesn't he see the value I'm contributing? And that leads over to the values and culture themselves. How would you describe the general culture in your area or the company as a whole? Does it reflect the values that are intended to be lived? And last but not least, change management. Nothing is as constant as change. Change is change. Change is change. So there are lots of sentences around change which everybody of us has used or has heard. Change management itself is super crucial to make a change a good experience. If it's uncontrolled or poorly managed, it can foster distrust, resistance, and even burnout, especially when clear communication and transparency are expected. How have you experienced this? What has been your experience? Again, lots of questions which should guide you, which give you a motivation to look into your own situation, to analyze it in a very structured way, and to get a great bunch of results out of that, which will help you deciding and defining a next career step. Kickstart your career with complimentary access to the Penrose analytical tool. I spoke a little bit about, or already much about, that it's important to capture your thoughts on these 9 influencers. To do this, there is a tool. You don't have to handwrite them down. It will go all into a tool, which we call the Penrose analytical tool. And the tool will analyze it. It will get out a report so that you can ultimately have a very good summary about your thoughts in respect to these 9 influencers. If you want to check that out, just call me, contact me. There is lots of possibilities which you see here on the right of that slide. Just get back to me and you will immediately get access to your personalized link. Yes, it's personalized. It's not an app where you have to set up an account. We create at Penrose your personalized link, and you're the only one who sees this, of course, except your coach and maybe IT if there should be a support necessary. Otherwise, no one else in the world. It's totally anonymous. Nowhere, we don't capture your name anywhere in the tool. So you can be very open and very transparent in what you are writing into it. The result will be a report, but I will talk about that in the slide over the next slide. An open question. Is there a 10th influencer? Could it be the payroll? Well, there are lots of discussions about that. Contact me directly if you want to discuss this further, and I will be more than happy to share with you the insights which are discussed in lots of papers and lots of research and statistical evaluations. Great. I want to invite you to participate on Wednesday, August 13th to the part 2 of this series. Why do we need data in career? Qualitative and quantitative data determine the pin for your growth and career success. I won't talk about that anymore now. Just come back, stay curious. But it's all about how the Penrose analytical tool is using your data, and beyond the qualitative analysis, which you have heard today, we will introduce on August 13th how we use quantitative data to even get deeper into your situation. Thank you very much for having joined. Let me stop the presentation. Interesting. Can't go there. Oh, here we go. Okay, stop the presentation to properly say goodbye. Thank you very much for having been here. I hope you find this information helpful and insightful. As I get back, we can discuss always more, and I will be happy to see you then in a couple of weeks to share more about the tool and how the quantitative data are captured as well as then analyzed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ingrid Kuehtz, for these powerful insights on the 9 career influencers and for showing us how to approach career decisions with clarity and confidence. Start applying just one today to move forward. Until then, take action on what you've learned today. Your career transformation starts now. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you in the next session.